Hello, welcome to Curls by Sharlene. It's Sharlene here, and today we're going to talk about how to diffuse our curly hair. I'm going to show you how I diffuse my hair and the do's and don'ts of diffusing. By the way, this is day 5 that you can see, so I actually diffused my hair 5 days ago, and look at the results. Stay tuned and I'll show you how I did it. Right now I have shampooed, conditioned, deep conditioned and styled my hair, so it's ready to start the drying process. I usually air dry my hair for a few hours before I diffuse when you have a bit of a cast, but I thought I would try diffusing almost straight away. So it is about maybe 10-15 minutes air drying, but usually I do air dry for a few hours. How do you know which drying method is good for your hair? Do you air dry? Do you diffuse? Do you do both? I mean, you need to figure that out yourself, what you prefer, whether you prefer volume over definition. You will come to understand which one you prefer. Before you even start deciding to diffuse or let your hair air dry, you need to make sure that you have no frizz, because there's no point you starting the drying process when you aren't happy with the way you've styled it. So basically the question you need to ask is, can I already see frizz? Can I? Can you? I can't. I can see a little there. But if you can see frizz, you need to get some water, get the product and sort out those bits that need sorting out before you start diffusing your hair. I've heard people saying, oh, when I use the diffuser I get a lot of frizz. Well, it's the way you're diffusing and you haven't styled your hair properly, so you can't blame the diffuser for not doing its job when you haven't done your job either. So get it right first and then learn how to diffuse. I'm going to point out a few common mistakes that we do when we're diffusing. We're thinking, actually, this is what we're supposed to do, but we're messing up our curl pattern, we're creating more frizz. So my first tip is, don't touch your hair with your fingers. After you've styled your hair, please leave the hair, yeah? Don't touch it. And I've just touched it just to get it out of my face, but don't start manipulating the curls. I know some people, they think, oh, if I scrunch a bit, I'm drying. You're meant to do that in the styling process. You're not meant to do that when you're diffusing or air drying. I've got an Andrew, can't really see it, Andrew Barton hair dryer. Came with the diffuser. Just clip it on. And there's my lovely diffuser. You can get different heads, of course, for your hair dryers. You don't have to get a special hair dryer that comes with a diffusing bit. If you have a hair dryer already, you can just get the diffuser for it. I love my one. My husband bought it for me for one of my birthdays and I absolutely love it, so thanks, hubby. But you can use any diffuser. The new Dyson diffuser, I don't know if you've heard all about it. It is a bit more pricey, but apparently it only takes 10 minutes to diffuse your hair with. So of course everyone wants that. Who doesn't want a shorter period of time to get your hair done and you can go. So another thing is, don't diffuse. You know, I've seen people put the hair in there and push it up. You know, that push-up motion. Don't do that. It's not good. You are obviously creating shrinkage. Some people don't mind, but you're messing with the curls. And don't start at the bottom. You want to start at the root, because this is going to take much longer to dry than your tips. So you're going to make your tips so dry when your crown and the actually roots of your hair are still wet. So don't do this. You'll disturb your curl pattern in doing this. So how I actually start is I flip my hair down and I start diffusing on the crown crown of my head. I don't actually touch my hair either, because when you're touching your hair when it's still wet and it isn't dry, you are messing up the curl pattern already. You're creating frizz by doing that. So just on the outside, don't touch the hair. When you know your hair is about dry, then you can get to the roots. But when you start, if you are diffusing at the roots in the beginning, that frizz. And don't do this either with it. Don't manipulate and turn the thing in your hair. You want to just hover over your head as you are diffusing. So basically start at the root and then work your way down. Yeah, start at the root and then work your way down. Now you can see this is actually the speed. It's a 1 and a 2, so a little bit. Yeah, and then you also have the cold setting, medium and hot, and this is a cold like burst, you know, if you're doing if you have it on hot and then you have a cold burst, you can do that. So I actually love this because I don't have to hold my finger on this cold button. I can just have it on cold. Some hair dryers you have to hold your finger on that cold button, and you can't do that forever. It's just like, why? But this one is perfect, so it's just for us curly girls. I would alternate between cold, fast and medium bursts and hot. So not hot, the middle one, the middle, so warm as well. I don't go and just blast hot air on my curls. So it does take longer, but some people say hot air is not that bad, but I don't want to take the chance. I don't want heat damage, so I alternate between the hot and the cold, but I stay on the cold longer than I do on the warm. I'm also going to time how long this takes. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon. We'll see how long it takes. Now you're probably wondering which hair dryers or diffusers are best to buy. You are going to want to buy one that has heat settings. So like I showed you on mine, it has a cool setting or a medium or hot setting. Try and buy one that has different settings, and that way it will be much easier for you to use. You can also buy any brand or any make. There's Dyson, there's Andrew Burton, there's all different types of hair dryers, just as long as you're able to get the diffusers bit that goes at the end. Now, did you notice I actually started with my head upside down and I diffused at the crown? I'm still hovering. As you can see, it's already getting dry. So it's been 20 minutes, thereabouts, 22 minutes to be precise, and my hair is already, there's a cast now. It's getting there. We're almost dry. Yeah, so now that it's dry, you can feel it, you can touch to make sure. You can use your fingers a little, don't manipulate it too much, but now you can get at the roots with blow drying. I used to use my diffuser on the cool setting, but it does take a few hours to dry. Whereas now that I'm using the medium setting, it's much quicker and I'm getting at the roots, as I said, once it's properly dry. So it's been 20 minutes. I mean, that's pretty good. Another tip is don't keep the diffuser or blow dryer focused on one part for a long period of time. You want to just hold the hairdryer with the diffuser setting for 5 or 10 seconds on one spot at a time. Then you work your way around the rest of your head. I can already tell the definition is there. I mean, look at that. These curls, they're popping. To also help with volume, you are going to want to flip your hair to the left, to the right, blow dry it on one side and then do it on the other side. That will help create volume and also from being upside down, while maintaining those perfectly defined curls. Now, sometimes I know people are in a rush, okay? If you're in a rush, don't rush the process of diffusing. Focus at your roots for as long as you can and then go. Don't scrunch up the curls, don't mess with the curl pattern, just diffuse your roots and then go and let the rest air dry. Now for me, I usually air dry anyway, so air drying takes me hours, at least 5 to 6 hours before it's even at 80% dry. I have low porosity hair, my hair takes hours to dry, so a diffuser is like, whoa, this saves me so much time. But whereas I suppose air drying, you just carry on with your hair wet. I mean, it looks good, but you're walking around with wet hair. Look at these results. No frizz. Can you see anything? I can't. Please try this process I've just done and comment below and tell me if it's made a difference to your diffusing process. Look at this definition, guys. My hair is about 98% dry. I'd say about 40 minutes for my hair to dry using the hot, medium hot to cold setting on the diffuser. Another tip to remember is that when you're diffusing or drying your hair, once it's dry, then you can get a pick and start fluffing out your curls. Not before, not while it's damp, not when it's wet, because then you've just wasted all this time you've taken to do your hair. I mean, look at these perfect ringlets. Wow. I'm just going to do my edges now. And then if you want, you can start fluffing out today. Because of using a diffuser, the crunch is already gone, so my curls will last me all week and the definition will be there. So obviously it will get bigger throughout the week. I'll probably show you a few days later just to show you what it looks like, and voila. Like I said at the beginning of my video, these are my results. Day 5 after I styled my hair. You can see the difference. The hair is gone a bit bigger, but the definition is still there. It's easy to manage. I don't have to do it until my next wash day. Thanks for watching.